When I was a child, one of my favorite television programs was The Muppet Show. Every night before I went to bed, I would tune into the show. I would always get so excited when my favorite character Kermit appeared. Right after dinner one night, I tuned in to see the green frog that always brought a smile to my face. The show started out normal, with Kermit introducing a special guest star, however. Things turned a little strange when Kermit introduced the special guest, Satan. And instead of the normal happy singing, there was no sound at all. Instead, the camera faded into a black and white doorway. As the camera inched closer and closer, I began to hear small bits of white noise. It then cut to a scene of Kermit, in front of the standard red theater curtains. There were several things out of place. However, Kermit's head seemed warped and longer than usual. The colors he were composed of were now different and darker. The bricks were also covered with a very bright substance, which seemed to be carelessly splattered about the wall. Kermit didn't say anything. Instead, he just stared blankly at the camera, barely moving. I'm not quite sure how long the scene lasted, but to me, it seemed to go on forever. Finally, the scene transitioned to a very dimly lit room that seemed to be someone's attic. The film was in black and white again, and the only source of light came from behind some boxes in the back. The room was very dirty and had some random objects scattered across the floor. There was a dirty, old projector toppled over in the middle of the room as well. I stared at it for a bit until something suddenly moved behind it. What I saw will haunt me for the rest of my life. An overstretched, limbless, and filthy Kermit puppet was being slowly dragged across the floor by an unseen string. It looked so lifeless, until the head began to crane towards the camera, even though no one was puppeteering it. It took ages for the poor frog's gaze to finally reach me, but as soon as it did, the program cut to static. I just sat in silence, frozen by fright and staring at the TV. To this day, I still don't have a clue what happened that night. The Muppet Show will always be one of my television shows, but it'll never be quite the same because of that fateful night. I guess it's not easy being an over bright purple.